everyone, welcome to one more lecture of English 9th standard. Today we are going to do poem 1.3, that is have you ever seen. Now it is a question which is have you ever seen, मतलब क्या तुमने कभी देखा है. Now what देखा है this will do in the poem, and the poet name is not mentioned over here. Instead of poet name it is written as anonymous. Anonymous means when a poet doesn't want to reveal his name, so it is known as anonymous. So in the place of poet's name it is written as anonymous, means the poet doesn't want to reveal his name. So this is a poem which is having questions throughout the poem. The poet is asking some imaginary questions over here in this poem. So you don't have to answer the question, but you have to imagine those questions. So before coming to the poem, first very much important, you have to understand that what is pun and homograph. Now pun and homograph means a word having same spelling but different meaning. In English there are certain words which are having more than one meaning of that same word. For example, rose, ROSE वाला जो rose है, it is having one meaning, that is flower, and second meaning is it is a past tense of rise. RISE का past tense जो है वो rose है. RISE rise मतलब खड़े होना या तो फिर उठना. So rise का past tense is rose. Spelling is ROSE. So this is a pun or homograph. Then we have many other examples. For example, let's take fair. FAIR, fair. Fair means a light tone, मतलब गोरा जिसको बोलते हैं वो फेयर होता है. फिर FAIR सेम स्पेलिंग और उसका अलग मतलब होता है कि टेस्ट में अगर कुछ फेयर मार्क्स स्कोर किया रहेगा, कभी मिला रहेगा फेयर करके एक रिमार्क, तो उसको भी फेयर बोलते हैं. देन ओके, सो दिस इज द डिफरेंट मीनिंग ऑफ अ सेम word, so it is called pun. So why it is important to know about this pun and homograph? Because the poet has used this pun and homograph throughout this poem. So let's see this poem. So first question he is asking. First I'll read the poem, then we'll do the explanation one by one in each line. Have you ever seen a sheet on a river bed, or a single hair from a hammer's head? Has the foot of mountain any toes? And is there a pair of garden hose? Does the needle ever wink its eye? Why doesn't the wing of a building fly? Can you tickle the rim of a parasol, or open the trunk of a tree at all? Are the teeth of rake ever going to bite? Have the hands of a clock any left or right? Can the garden plot be deep and dark? And what is the sound of birds bark? So here the poet is asking questions. So this poet is asking some imaginary questions which is having no answer. So first question he is asking that, have you ever seen the sheet on a river bed? Now what is this in this question? That as we all know, bed means a furniture which we all have in our home, yes or no? On that bed we put a blanket, we put a bed sheet. Okay, so same way he is asking that we have river bed also, जो river bed रहता है. So he is asking that क्या river bed के ऊपर भी bed sheet को डालते हैं? So this is the first imaginary question he is asking. Second one, or a single hair from a hammer's head. Head, you all know we have a head. So in our head we grow the hair. From the head we grow our hair. So same way is asking that hammer जो रहता है उसका ये जो पार्ट रहता है जहाँ से हम कील को ठोकते हैं उसको बोलते हैं head. So even the hammer is having head. So the hammer is having head. So is the hammer having hair also? The question he is asking like that कि hammer के पास हेड है पर हैमर के हेड पे बाल है क्या? नाउ हियर आई हैव अंडरलाइन नेल. नेल मतलब कील. कील दीवार पे ठोकते हैं उसको नेल बोलते हैं. सो नेल अगेन वी आर हैविंग दिस पन और होमोग्राफ. एक नेल होता है हमारा नाखून, दूसरा नेल मतलब दिस कील. सो ही इज आस्किंग दैट जो हैमर का हेड है उसको भी क्या बाल होते हैं? देन थर्ड क्वेश्चन, हैज द फुट ऑफ माउंटेन एनी टोज? वी हैव फुट बिकॉज वी कैन स्टैंड tall because of our foot, and mountain also stands straight and tall because of foot? No, because he is asking that the mountains are standing straight. So is mountains are having foot? So he is asking that कि माउंटेन को भी पैर है, टोज है क्या जो वैसे खड़ा है. The next question, and is there a pair of garden hose? Now first of all, hose means socks या फिर stockings. Stockings मतलब जो ब्लैक कलर का थोड़ा सा पतला सा सॉक्स होता है जो मोस्टली गर्ल्स वेयर अंडर द स्कर्ट which is covering from foot till the thigh, that is called stockings. And socks, when you buy the socks and stockings हमेशा ये पैर में होते हैं, मतलब दो रहता है कि इट इज ऑलवेज इन पैर. कभी भी मार्केट में जाएंगे तो यू विल नॉट गेट अ वन सॉक्स, एक पैर का सॉक्स नहीं मिलेगा, एक लेग का सॉक्स. यू विल ऑलवेज गेट टू सॉक्स, मतलब वो पूरा एक पैर मिलेगा. सो ही इज सेइंग दैट, सो होज मीन्स सॉक्स. सो ही इज सेइंग दैट कि जो गार्डन होज होता है ना, अदर मीनिंग ऑफ होज इज गार्डन होज. गार्डन होज मीन्स फ्लेक्सिबल पाइप जिससे वाटरिंग करते हैं प्लांट्स को. यू हैव सीन पाइप जो घर में रहता है वो मेटल का पाइप, दैट नॉट दैट टाइप पाइप. विद दिस पाइप इज फ्लेक्सिबल रबर पाइप विच इज यूज्ड फॉर वाटरिंग दी प्लांट्स. सो ही इज सेइंग दैट कि ये फ्लेक्सिबल जो होज है गार्डन का, क्या इसके भी पैर है? सो ही इज आस्किंग लाइक दैट. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ही इज आस्किंग दैट, does the needle ever wink its eye? Now eye is having two meaning over here. First, eye means मतलब हमारी खुद की आँख, and what we do with our eyes, we blink, we wink also. So same way is asking that कि needle को भी eye है. Now what is the needle eye? Needle eye means जहाँ से we pass out the thread from that hole, which is called needle eye. So he is asking that, does the needle eye also blink or wink? He is asking the question like that. The next question, why doesn't the wing of building fly? Now we all know wings इसको होते हैं birds को, and birds use their wings to fly. Similarly we have building wings. Building जो बहुत बड़ी रहती है उसकी wings होते हैं, A wing, B wing, C wing, etc. So he is asking that कि वो building की wings भी fly करते हैं क्या, वो building भी fly होती है क्या. The next question, can you tickle the ribs of a parasol? Parasol is umbrella. Now rib मतलब जो हमारी फसली होती है, okay? And some people are having this feeling that कि when you touch their ribs or somewhere they feel ticklish. Ticklish मतलब tickle मतलब गुदगुदी होती है किसी किसी को अगर रिब्स के पास हाथ लगाएंगे तो. So same way is asking that कि umbrella मतलब parasol, it is also having rib. When you open an umbrella you see metal wires, बहुत सारे ऐसे metal wire होते हैं जो umbrella के cloth को attach होते हैं. So that is called rib. So he is asking that if I tickle this rib of the umbrella, क्या umbrella को भी गुदगुदी होगी? Will the umbrella feel ticklish? So he is asking the same question. Then next, or the open trunk of a tree at all. Now trunk again is having two meaning. फर्स्ट मीनिंग ऑफ ट्रंक मीन स्टोरेज बॉक्स. संदूक अगर देखा रहेगा कोई मूवी में या फिर कहीं तो संदूक रहता है बहुत बड़ा सा मेटल का या फिर वुड का, उसके अंदर जो है सामान स्टोर रहता है. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड ट्रंक. एंड द अदर मीनिंग ऑफ ट्रंक इज दिस ट्री ट्रंक. ओके, सो ही इज आस्किंग दैट द स्टोरेज बॉक्स और ट्रंक विच वी हैव एट होम, उसको हम खोल के इसके अंदर सामान भर सकते हैं. सो ही इज आस्किंग दैट डज द ट्री ट्रंक कैन बी ओपन्ड एंड फिल्ड विद द स्टोरेज. So he is asking like that. Okay. Then next, are the teeth of rake ever going to bite? Now teeth, we all have teeth. We use teeth for biting food or yes or no. So same way, rake मतलब जो गार्डन की ग्रास को साफ करते हैं जिससे एक बड़ा सा झाड़ू जैसा रहता है मेटल का, उसको बोलते हैं रेक. अब रेक के पास ऐसे मेटल्स होते हैं, इसको बोलते हैं टीथ. So this is rake teeth. So he is asking that does this rake teeth also bite? क्या ये rake का जो दांत है वो भी bite करता है क्या? The next question, have the hands of clock any left or right? As we all know, we have hands. We can identify which one is left and which one is right. Similarly, we have hands in the clock also. जो minute, second और hour का जो काटा होता है, जो hand होता है, उसको भी hand बोलते हैं. So can you identify which one is the left hand or which one is the right hand of the clock? No. So he is asking that we have hand and we can identify which is one is left and right. So he is asking that कि घड़ी का जो hand होता है क्या हम उसको भी left और right को identify कर सकते हैं क्या? Because this hand of the clock, it is rotating in 360 degree. If it is here, the other time it will be there. You cannot identify whether it is a left one or a right one. Okay. So he is asking the same question over here. Can we identify the hand of clock whether it is a left or a right? Then Next question is asking, can the garden plot be deep and dark? Now plot is having two meanings over here. Plot मतलब एक कोई इविल प्लान होता है, जैसे कि कोई साजिश होती है किसी के अगेंस्ट, कोई इविल खतरनाक प्लान होता है, उसको बोलते हैं प्लॉट। सो अगर मूवी में देखा रहेगा कोई प्लानिंग प्लॉटिंग होती है किसी को मारने के लिए, सो दैट इज प्लॉट। ओके, सो सेम वे इज आस्किंग दैट कि गार्डन का भी ऐसी कोई खतरनाक साजिश रहती है क्या, क्योंकि गार्डन का भी प्लॉट होता है। गार्डन का प्लॉट मतलब गार्डन का स्मॉल एरिया। ओके, next and last question is asking, and what is the sound of birch bark? Now birch is a tree and bark, as you all know that bark is the dog sound, कुत्ते जो भौंकते हैं उसको bark बोलते हैं। So same way is asking that tree का जो bark है, bark means outer covering of the tree, so he is asking that कि ये tree का जो bark है क्या इसका भी कोई sound है, like dog sound, we have dog sound, bark, same way does the tree bark is having sound? So he is asking this question. So here we complete the poem. So here in this poem the poet is having such an imagination where he use these words and he make the pun or homogram throughout this poem. तो वो pun और homogram को use करके उसने ये poem बनाया है। Okay, so if you know more such things, more such puns जिसको हम human being को living quality को non living quality से हम relate कर सकते हैं, so you can comment down below. So in this poem, figure of speech you are having is, first of all, it is interrogation. That means it is completely in question form. The poet is asking the question. Second, it is a personification. Personification क्यों? क्योंकि is comparing the human quality or living quality with the non-living one. For example, hair वाला जो part है, head and hair वाला, it is a living quality, so he is comparing it with the hammer's head. Then next, foot वाला जो part है, it is a human quality, so it is comparing with the mountain toes. Then next we have needle, wink eye वाला जो है, that is a human ability, okay, winking eye, and he is comparing it with the needle eye. Okay, then again we have teeth is human quality or human ability, so teeth का जो biting वाला जो ability है, human quality और living quality वाला, he is comparing it with the rake's teeth. Okay, so here again we have hands is a living quality or living ability, so he is comparing it with the claw जो non living है. So okay, so here we are having personification also, where the living quality or ability is compared with the non living things. Then we have alliteration also, where in the second question the sound of H, I'll read the question, or a single hair from a hammer head. So here the sound of H is repeated, so here we have alliteration also. So I hope you understood the poem. You have to just imagine the thinking power or the thinking ability of the poem, how far he is thinking about this, and how he is comparing those living quality, living ability with the non-living things. Okay, so if you are also having such examples, you can comment down below. So I hope you understood the poem. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.